share a little perspective of how Chinese medicine relates to Earth Day and our bodies and how we are connected to the earth. So in Chinese medicine, our bodies are a direct reflection of our natural environment. And the way that Chinese medicine looks at the body is really the body is nature and nature is us. There's just this inherent connection, which I love, which I think is such a beautiful part of the medicine. And how just as you can see the background here, there's all these trees, and then behind the trees there's mountains, and you can't see it, but in the ground there's all these beautiful streams, and there's this whole ecological system that happens in nature. And we have that same system that happens throughout our own bodies. We have valleys and we have streams, and so you can actually look at the body as a garden. And traditionally in Chinese medicine, that's how the doctor would look at the body, which is as a garden. And really, what they say is that if you tend your garden, that you will have great health. And people that don't tend to their garden and just let their garden kind of go crazy and don't manage the streams and don't, cut the weeds when they need to be cut will be a little bit more prone to becoming ill or to disease. And then there's a lot of other corresponding factors that relate to nature, that relate to our body. It's like, are we letting ourselves get sunshine? Are we drinking clean water? Are we moving our bodies? Because when we move our bodies, we're moving our chi and our energy. All of these things are so important, just like they happen and occur in nature. And I love, this is one of my favorite books. It's called Between Heaven and Earth, and I love it. And I love the authors, and I actually did a great podcast with Ephraim, if anybody's ever wants to listen to it. But I love this photo, and it really shows you how in Chinese medicine you can look at the whole body as nature, and how different parts of the body correspond to different parts of nature. And I just think that's so beautiful. And it really is very different from Western medicine, because in Western medicine we kind of look at the body as parts. We look at the body almost as a mechanic would, like a part is off, and then you go to a specialist for your liver or your kidneys or your head, without really looking at the whole entire body. You're kind of looking at the body more as a machine. And so that's kind of the difference between Chinese medicine and Western medicine. And as I said, the most important thing is really understanding that we are nature and nature is us. So the more that we protect our earth and have healthy soil and make sure there's earthworms in the soil and make sure there's bees on the flowers and sunshine and clean air and clean water, and stop using pesticides on our foods that are poisoning our soil and the animals. I think, all of these things that we have done in the United States is one of the reasons we are the sickest and have the most chronic disease out of any other country, because we don't take care of the earth the way that we should. And we kind of look at nature as something that we can use rather than something that we should respect.